Hello everybody and welcome to another video of Python. This video is going to be very exciting because we are going to solve some questions and practically work on some sample questions, okay? So here one by one, I've got on just a list of questions here. One by one, I'll just copy them to a separate temp file that I've created and we will just simply solve them and run them, okay? Because there are many different blocks of code, we cannot just run them, okay? So let's just copy question number one to the next file and solve it. So question number one, conditional execution path analysis. State the exact output displayed on screen if the user inputs. So it means you are just taking an input from the user, and if that score is higher than or 80, we have to just write distinction, okay? If score is 60 or higher and below 80, it means between 80 and 60 and 80, we have to just write merit. Score is 40 or higher and lower than 60, we have to just write here, I think, pass, okay? And score lower than 60, we have to just write fail. So first of all, let's take the score as input, okay? Score is equal to int input, okay? So that is int, or you can just change it to or cast it to float as well, okay? So enter your score. Now simply I'll just write here if score is higher than or equal to 80, then what we have to write? Print distinction, okay? That's good. And now in the next ELIF, okay, some students write it like this: if it is larger than equal than 60, and if score is lower than 80, okay? Now this will just work, okay? This will work quite nice, but we are just doing something extra, something that is not needed here, okay? And what is that? See here in if-ELIF statements, if one condition becomes true, it will just simply skip the rest of the case. So if the number is larger than 80, it will skip the rest of the cases. They will not even be checked, okay? So simply that lower than 80 can never come here. So I do not need to just write this. Although it would just give me correct output, but just simply I do not need that, okay? The same case happens with the rest of them. If it is 60 or larger, so here it will stop. The next will be ignored, okay? Then yeah, here we have gotten 60. Okay, that is if it is higher than, yeah, here we have to write just 40, okay? Then what this will be simply print pass, okay? And for the last case, simply we'll have else, okay? Else print fail, okay? Fail. Simply if I just run this code now, okay, and check it for integer score, for example, 87, so that is distinction, okay? If I just add there something like 76, so that will be merit, okay, higher than 60. Then if I just enter the number 57 there, so that will be pass, okay? And if I just simply enter a lower score, 34, so that will be fail, okay? So that is our code for the first question, okay? And you can just check that. Now let's go to the second question. What does second question ask? Okay, question number 2. Let's just copy this all. Control C, and here Control A and Control V. So question 2 asks structural pattern matching match case. Okay, rewrite a conditional block below using the modern Python match case structure. So it is just written here, and we just simply have to write the match case for that. Okay, in match case, we told you if you are just checking any specific variable against some specific values, then yeah, we can use match case. Okay, so here, yeah, that is equal sign, equal sign, equal sign, and we have just gotten a default case. Okay, so we can just write the same thing here. Okay, let me just comment out this, and let me comment this. So here, if we have got okay, traffic light, if it is red, so action is equal to stop. Okay, then the same way we can just simply write the other cases. Okay, case, what about yellow? Okay, yellow, if it is yellow, then that is our next case, which means prepare. Okay, so action equals prepare. Clear? And the next case is, for example, green. Okay, green. Here I have to, the action has to be, in this case, the action has to be equal to go. And the important thing here is this else. Okay, the default case in Python, that is case underscore. Okay, column. So that is our default case. So here action has to be equal to invalid color. Okay, invalid color. So that's it. Traffic light input, so whatever color we just entered there, then yeah, simply that. I'll just at the end I'll do print action. Okay, to just have the output. Although in the exam, if something like this happens, you do not need to do that, because that is the code. Okay, let's just run it to see. For example, yeah, here I just write red, so we have gotten a stop. Okay, if I just write there green, yeah, that is just green with 3 E's, so that is invalid color. Okay, once again, so green with 2 E's, so we have just gotten go. So that is correct. Okay, this is correct. Let's go to the next question. Okay, what is this in the next question? Question 3, compound logical evaluation. Okay, so let me just copy this all. Let's see what happens. Okay, Control C. I'll just control paste it here. So determine the Boolean outcome true or false for the expressions below, given that temperature is equal to 18 and its running is true. Okay, so now the expression 1, not temperature larger than 20 and is running. So see here, first of all, inside the bracket will run, so temperature larger than 20, that is just false. Okay, so this will be false. And after that, this will run, so not false will be true. True and true is running is also true. So true and true will be true. The output here will be true. The second one, expression is equal, so we are just checking for one equal sign is will there. Okay, so first of all, yeah, I have to just check is temperature equal to 18, so this will be true. Okay, but first of all, the bracket will run. So is running is true, not is running will be false. So overall this will be false, but this is true. Okay, so true and or false, and we have just gotten or there. In or, even if one of the conditions are true or one side of or is true, the final result will be true. So this is true and this not true will be false, and true or false will be true. Clear? So let's just check if print, so I'll just write here expression 1. Okay, and also just I'll print expression 2. Okay, expression 2. Let's see the result and how it works. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, true and true. So you have to be careful about the order of operations there. Then definite iterations and loop control. Okay, question 4. Let me just copy question 4 now. Okay, and just take it there and run it. Let's see what happens. So question number 4 is step control range exploration. State the exact output sequence produced by this count control loop. Okay, so exactly what will be the output here? So the output here will be, so yeah, it starts from 5, so 5 will be added there, okay? Then yeah, our step is also 5, so 5 plus 5 will be 10. So the next output will be 10, the next one will be 15, and the next one will be 20. Okay, larger than that, yeah, because end is 21, so larger than that it won't go. So we will have 5, 10, 15, and 20 on different lines, by the way. Okay, so let's just run it, see am I right or not. See, so 5, 10, 15, and 12, that is just 20, that is kind of our answer here. Question number 5, let me just copy this. Okay, control C and control V. Okay, put it just there. Then here we have got a problem. A student wants to count down from 10 down to 1 inclusive. It means 10 and 1 should be there, okay? They write the code block below. Explain the logic error and fix the code, okay? So first of all, the thing that they have just written here, okay? This loop contains logic defect. It does not print the number 1, okay? So yeah, we have just gotten that. So if I want 1 to be included there, I have to just write 0. So now to start from 10, go up to 0 but not included, it means 1 will be there, and every time the step is -1, okay, it will be just 1 less. So that is kind of the okay, explanation of the logic error. So you will have to write the same thing here, okay. The end is exclusive, so we have to write 0 to just get to 1, okay. And corrected range configuration parameters. So simply in exam paper you will have to just write something like this, okay, range 10, 0, and -1. Okay, so that is just what we have to do here. Okay, again, just let's run that code, and as you can see now, just it started from 10 and just went up to 1. Okay, in our output. So that is just kind of what we have. The next question, yeah, question number 6, loop interrupt actions. Okay, so this is also just asking us a very interesting question. Okay, programming is fun. You just have to enjoy it. Okay, so see here, state the exact output that will be displayed when this code is executed. So that is print item in range 1 up to 6. So it means 1 is included, 6 is not included. Okay, it will just go up to 5. And every time we are just printing the item, but before that 2 conditions are checked. If item is 3, continue. Continue means skip that. Okay, do not just go to do not just do the rest of this step and just go to the next step of the loop. Okay. Then if item is equal to 5, then break. What break does is simply gets out of the loop completely. So here it starts from 1, so 1 is just all right. We will have 1, okay. Then 2, just both conditions are just not true, so it will be printed. 3, the first condition is just kind of true, so it will continue that. It means it won't run, so we will just go to the next number. 4, both conditions are false, and it will be just printed. Then after that 5, the first condition is true. Then the next one, when it's true, break. It will just simply come out of the loop, so it won't be printed. Okay. So the output for this program will be 1, 2, and 4. Okay. So if I just run this, yeah, 1, 2, and 4, as you can see. So this type of questions you might face in your exams. Okay. Then the next one, let's just solve the last question that we have gotten here. Okay, so that is, let me just copy that again, just put it inside the temp so we can run it. Okay, So scenario, to qualify for a discount, a user must be aged between 11 and 18 inclusive. It means 11 and 18 are also accepted. And also hold a valid student card. Has card should be true, okay? Task, identify two logical errors here and just simply write the correct lines. Now line numbers are just a little bit messed here because we just copied the number, but let's just see, okay? So line to fix is directly below. So we have to just check this. So the first one, uh, 11 and 18, it is just said they have to be just kind of inclusive. It means if I just copy it here, okay. So first of all, here I have to just write equal and equal as well, okay. That is just the first thing. So 11 and 18 should be included. And after that, between them, we have got an or only one of them, if it's true as well, it will be true. For example, 12 or 9. 9, this condition becomes false, but this condition is true, so it will just result in true. So here I want both of them to be true, okay? It means the person has to be older than 11 or younger than 18, okay? And younger than 18, okay? So that is just kind of the first thing that we have got, okay? And also has chord equals to false. Has chord has to be true, okay? Because we want the person to have his chord as well. So it also has to be true. Clear? So the corrected condition implementation there will be. So let me just write this here. Control C and Control V. Okay. This has to be there, and between them we have just gotten one n, that is just all right. But yeah, do not forget to just have one parenthesis here, okay, because we want this to be checked separately. Then has card, okay, or just let me copy that, okay, Control V. So now instead of that, the correct thing will be just this one, okay. Now if I just Control C and Control V it here, if this question is on the paper, so you have to just write it here. There you cannot copy paste it here, but here on computer, in order to check, we can just do that, okay. If age is, why the error, okay, let me check. If age is larger or equal than 11, good, and age is smaller or equal than 18, and also the user has got true, okay. So what is just the problem here? Let's just run it to see, okay. Yeah, sorry, okay. Here, that is the problem. We have to have the equal sign to the other side, okay. So that is just kind of the correct question. Now if I just run it, so enter your age, so this is already true. So if I just enter 9 here, okay, standard price, no discount, okay. But if I just add here, for example, 11, so that is discount eligible, okay. If I just 15, so discount eligible, okay, and 18, discount eligible, okay. But if I just simply make it 19, again standard price. Clear? So that is just what we have here. This was kind of a great video to just practice some of the concepts that we have studied so far. Wish you all the best. I hope you have enjoyed it, and do not forget to like and subscribe our channel for the future lessons. Good luck and goodbye.